Here we go again. Xbox Game Pass, the service that appears too good to be true in the eyes of some gamers who firmly believe it is costing Microsoft an arm and a leg to keep running. Some people think the service is simply not sustainable because Microsoft is paying more for these games to appear on the service than it is making back from the cost of these subscriptions.
If you need to get people in and you need to pay for stuff to get them in and keep them there, then the costs are going to go up. So you need to bring in more and more and more people. And it's going to be a challenge for them. Microsoft's in a unique position because they can afford to take these losses.
Often some detractors cite the abundance of people using the $1 Game Pass promotional deal as contributing to any loss Xbox is making from the service. Xbox Game Pass appears to be a big gamble for a lot of people. Even I have cited my belief that Xbox Game Pass's success depends on the service hitting a certain subscriber threshold, as it's a bold but long-term play that at present is starting to cause some market disruption. Well, it seems that Xbox Game Pass might be a lot further ahead in its journey of recouping any losses, courtesy of an article from Tweaktown, linked in the description below, which relies on the information provided by Microsoft to Brazilian regulators. And this information has caused quite a bit of a stir in the social media space. There appear to be two very distinct camps, and both very vocal when it comes to this information. So let's discuss that information here in the hopes that we can perhaps form better informed opinions based on whatever information is available to us. Yeah? Yeah. $2.9 billion. That's how much Game Pass earned in 2021 according to information submitted by Microsoft to Brazilian regulators. Now, you'll notice from this chart that the dates stated are the 31st of January 2021 to December 31st, 2021. That equates to 11 months as opposed to a full year. Now, I'm not sure if this is a typo. It just seems a bit odd to share the figures for 11 months. Tweaktown have used publicly available information from Microsoft regarding the Xbox revenue for the full calendar year, which amounts to $16.28 billion. If we are to assume that $2.9 billion represents the entirety of 2021 and Xbox Game Pass revenue, that means Game Pass made up roughly 18% of the total Xbox revenue, which includes hardware sales. But if you strip away hardware revenue and talk purely games and service, that's nearly 30%. These are not figures to scoff at. $2.9 billion, and that doesn't even include the revenue generated by PC Game Pass subscribers. The PC side will have no doubt seen enhancements in people subscribing this year, owing to the announcements such as the very significant partnership with Riot Games, which included access to content from mega titles such as League of Legends and Valorant. The question regarding profitability of Xbox Game Pass is quite a nuanced one. But if we strip the question to its basic components at a more simplistic level, we can determine whether or not the service is profitable. Simply, we need to know whether Xbox spends more than $2.9 billion in paying for games to appear on the service. That to me seems like an eye-wateringly high figure. However, take a look at Cooking Simulator and the fact that Microsoft paid $600,000 for what is really an indie title. That's a substantial amount, and yes, every deal that Microsoft enters into will be unique. But if we treat this as a baseline, then you have to ask, what kind of money is Xbox paying for games like Outriders, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and other titles with AAA budgets? There's also the cost of development of its first-party titles that appear day and date on the service to consider. However, even considering the potential upfront costs, it's hard to imagine these amounting to $1 billion, let alone $3. Xbox Game Pass would be deemed to be profitable if its revenue outweighed its costs of getting games on Game Pass. Even if you are to believe that the cost of running Game Pass per annum, or at least in 2021, amounted to $3 billion, that still doesn't sound like a service that is unsustainable to the extent that many commentators have expressed. According to Microsoft, Xbox Game Pass members are willing to spend 50% more on the Xbox store than non-subscribers. Then there's the question of DLC content, which is paid for in addition to the subscription cost. And remember, not everyone subscribes to Game Pass, they still buy these games for the full price. The 2021 subscriber count for Game Pass was around 18 million. In January of this year, the subscriber count exceeded 25 million. Therefore, Xbox is poised to benefit from significantly more revenue from its subscription service. 2023 looks like a very strong year for Xbox as far as its AAA first-party titles are concerned. It's natural to expect Game Pass's appeal to be bolstered, particularly in light of the gargantuan Activision Blizzard King acquisition in the works. If and when that goes through, that could be transformative to the mass market appeal of the service, especially with a juggernaut that is Call of Duty joining it. Is Xbox Game Pass profitable? We don't know for certain based on the information that is available to us. I would personally be very surprised though if Xbox Game Pass cost Microsoft in excess of $2.9 billion in 2021. Is it unsustainable based on the revenue reported? I don't think that's the case at all, as far as this rudimentary approach to assessing the service is concerned anyway. I think the revenue reported to be generated by Xbox Game Pass will actually be a cause for concern for the likes of PlayStation. Xbox Game Pass is seeking to massively disrupt the gaming industry, and I feel we've only just started to scratch the surface of what this service can do, especially when the big hitters have yet to make their appearance. I guess time will tell. Do you think Xbox Game Pass is profitable? Or perhaps you remain of the view that it is unsustainable? Do let me know your views in the comments below, and please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please have a lovely day. Yeah.